Thanks for joining us. We start with breaking news. Large parts of Spain and Portugal have been hit by a power outage. Footage from Madrid shows chaotic scenes as the traffic lights stopped working. The Spanish rail company says the outage is at a national level and that trains are stopped and no departures are taking place. Local radio is reporting that parts of Madrid underground are being evacuated. Well, the Spanish power grid operator Red Eléctrica said it was working with the energy companies to try to restore power. We're also hearing reports from Reuters that parts of France briefly lost power following the outages that have also been reported in Portugal as well. The Spanish government, we're hearing, has convened a crisis meeting at the offices of Red Eléctrica due to the power outage. This is coming from the Spanish newspaper El País, who is reporting that. Let's show you the scenes from Lisbon. Portugal has also been hit by the outages. Those are the scenes there. It does seem like the traffic is moving, but I think it's just really confusing situation on the ground. Nobody really seems to know what's happening. Absolutely no word at all on what potentially could have caused this. The Spanish airport operator says that Spanish airports are suffering some disruption due to the power outage, but that they have contingency generators that are active. The countries, Spain and Portugal, have a combined population of more than 50 million people, so a lot of people potentially affected here. The Spanish generator Red Eléctrica says that the Iberian Peninsula has been the worst affected. Well, let's bring in our correspondent Amelia Harper, who's keeping an eye across all of this. Amelia, any clearer about what on earth is going on?
No, this is information that is coming in really thick and fast, and as per those pictures there, you can see that traffic is moving and trying to, from what we are looking at, trying to make its way around pedestrians as there are power outages to those traffic lights, meaning that there is just utter chaos from that live shot there in Lisbon. But we understand that this power cut happened at about 11:30 UK time, and the population of both Spain and Portugal is about 50 million people. So you can imagine just the scale of the impact that this is having. Those are some images there of some of the traffic that's come to a stop due to the traffic light issues. And as you were mentioning before, Spanish power grid operator Red Eléctrica has confirmed that there are outages across the country. They say it's working to restore the power as quickly as they can. They're working also to analyse what has caused the blackouts, because at this stage it's still very much unclear. In a post on X, the company said all resources are being dedicated to solving it. And it's actually so severe that Spain's Prime Minister and Energy Minister are travelling to their headquarters, the actual grid operators' headquarters, to monitor the situation. So I think if we go through first the roads, we've got live pictures there of what's happening on the roads. Traffic lights have stopped working and cars appear to just be making their own way as they can through the city. On the trains, I think the same thing, the same situation. The national railway company Renfe says the entire national electricity grid was cut off this morning. And as you said earlier, it means that trains have stopped, and departing trains that were meant to be leaving stations in Spain have also been stopped. We can see that live shot there. Those traffic lights look like there's nothing happening at all. And Spanish radio reporting that Madrid's underground is being evacuated. You know, as we go through this afternoon, there will be more details coming in, but at the moment, information is quite scarce. And that is partly because there is the suggestion that phone lines and internet networks are being badly impacted as well. Messages that are being sent from here to people in Spain are not getting there. So information coming in dribs and drabs. We've addressed the trains. Now let's look at planes. So local media outlets in Spain are reporting that the power is out at the main airport that services Madrid. That's Barajas Airport, and this is actually an airport that handles over 66 million passengers, making it the busiest airport in Spain. So you can imagine the queues and the frustration within those terminals this afternoon. In addition, this might not be the first thing you think of when you think of power outage and the impacts of power outage, but it's impacted some tennis tournament as well, including the Madrid Open. This is an annual clay tennis tournament that's been suspended due to this power outage. And what happened was this power outage affected scoreboards and a camera that actually sat in the player's eye line. So they've had to suspend play, including for British tennis player Jacob Fernley had to leave the court when play was suspended. It's not clear at what point this is going to be solved. Those images there showing the backlog of the traffic that's been impacted. But at the moment, seems to be quite extraordinary how widespread this situation is.
Absolutely, Amelia. Amelia Harper there, thanks very much for bringing us all of that. In the last couple of moments, the Spanish traffic authorities have asked people not to use their cars unless absolutely necessary because of the lack of traffic lights on the roads. Well, let's cross to Spain. Let's talk to Simon Hunter. He says that there is no power or running water in his building after the power outages in Madrid. Simon, very good to talk to you. So when was the first that you noticed something was happening?
Well, at around 12 o'clock, I went to charge my phone, my watch and my headphones, and suddenly realised that there was no power. I texted my roommate to say, "Oh, something happened? Were you advised that they were going to cut off the power in the building?" Because I went into the landing of the floor and could see that the lights weren't coming on. And then just gradually, through talking to her and from messages from other friends, it was clear that this was a general cutout. And actually, ironically, I'm working for a power company at the moment. We all work remotely. And I realised that something was really up when my colleague in Barcelona said, "Are we all without power at the moment?" So it obviously wasn't just a local thing. It wasn't a city-wide thing. It wasn't a regional thing. It was a nationwide thing, which was utterly bizarre.
Well, you work for the power industry. How on earth could this happen?
I mean, we just absolutely have no idea. There's only speculation at the moment. I mean, I'm very cut off at the moment. I'm on the 13th floor of my apartment's on the 13th floor of this building. So there is no way I'm going down to the street because I would have to walk up all the way back up those stairs again. So I'm really getting very little information other than what little I can see through the Spanish web pages, because as well as obviously losing Wi-Fi, the cellular network, I don't know how well you can hear me at the moment, but the cellular network has been very sketchy as well. So right at the start of the power cut, I mean, even WhatsApp messages weren't going through. It was very difficult to actually communicate. And of course, I don't have an old-fashioned radio anymore. I mean, I wanted to turn on the radio, but the only way I've got listening to the radio is through the internet, and that wasn't working as well. So it really was a very strange sensation of being cut off, especially as the water has also gone off in the building as well. It really is quite odd.
Yeah, why is the water, that's connected to the electricity supply, is it? Or is it pumped, presumably?
I have absolutely no idea. I have not lived in this apartment for very long, and I do not know why the water has been cut off. But to suddenly, obviously, if you can imagine, to suddenly lose your electricity and to lose the water in the apartment as well is slightly concerning. It might be something just that's specific to this building, I hope.
So what's going on outside? Have you stuck your head out the window? What's going on the roads?
I have stuck my head out the window. Yeah, in fact, I'm right next to the main ring road in the interior of the city, which is the M30. The traffic is moving very freely. I can hear lots of sirens, but that's not unusual for Madrid. Obviously, we're in a big third biggest capital in Europe, depending on how you measure it. What I have seen is a huge amount of people milling around outside office buildings, outside buildings in general, because obviously inside they're completely in the dark, and I think everyone is just sitting around waiting, wondering when they can get back to work or get on with their day.
I mean, how long do you think you'll be able to manage for? I mean, mercifully, it's not right at the height of summer in Madrid, is it? It's not right in the depths of winter. So, you know, it's not too bad temperature-wise, but you are going to need your electricity before it gets dark, I would think.
No, absolutely. And I mean, the freezer will start to defrost. The fridge will start to get warm. Yes, I mean, I'm just sitting here with the windows open, so there's no need at the moment for heating nor for air conditioning. But obviously, yeah, the one thing that does slightly concern me is the issue about the water. But fortunately, my roommate is a wine buyer for a local supermarket, so there are plenty of bottles of wine in the apartment if it gets really serious.
Well, I'm glad you got your priorities right, Simon. Simon, really good to talk to you. The Spanish government, just we've been talking to you, says it's working to determine the cause and the impact of the power outages, and it's allocating all resources to solve it as soon as possible. Well, that was Simon Hunter there talking to us from Madrid on the power cuts that are affecting large parts of Spain, large parts of Portugal. We believe some parts of France have also been affected as well. And the Spanish government is holding an emergency meeting to try to work out what on earth is going on and how to get the supplies restored to people in those countries.